s1mple is considered to be one of the most talented players to ever touch Counter-Strike by many, so today we're going to be going over 10 things that make s1mple simply simple. I'm sorry for saying that. My name is Braedon and welcome to Valve Guides. There have been many talented players over the course of Counter-Strike's existence, however it seems like there has been no player quite like s1mple. Many call him talented.
Again, they're gonna test s1mple. Oh, what is that flick?
Some call him lucky.
Smokes. You see double smokes in the same place there. s1mple just jumping casually into the side. He's gonna fall down again. What is this clutch from s1mple? Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, s1mple. That's not allowed.
And right now, we're going to be going over 10 things that s1mple does that just make him that good. And these are in no particular order. Starting off with number 10, s1mple embodies the hard carry role for teams. Have you ever tried to carry your team through an entire game in CSGO competitive? It's pretty hard, and in the pro scene, it's even harder to carry an entire team. But this is exactly what s1mple does. While in the past, s1mple has been flustered with attitude problems and really discredited for them, as of recent times, s1mple has been much better about this and really has the mindset of a real leader in the game. s1mple never takes the situation for granted and does what he needs to do to win. There are plenty of moments where s1mple will pull off an amazing play to win, only to be criticized and told that it wasn't smart for him to do so. Moving on to number 9, extreme versatility. You cannot just define s1mple with one single role on a team, or even with 2 roles. As a player, s1mple can fill pretty much any role that he needs to with his team in order to win. s1mple can just about wield any weapon in the game as if it's his main role. If there is a play that needs to be made, s1mple can play it. As far as pro players go, s1mple may very well be the most skilled at filling any role he needs to. Round by round, he does what he needs to do in order to win. Number 8, he has the mindset to improve upon his flaws. And how more people do not have this mindset, I don't know. But s1mple has this mindset, and improving on his flaws is something that he really likes to do. Sometimes it honestly feels like s1mple will never stop improving, and that is the mindset of a winner. Failure is one of the single most important things in your life, and especially in competitive games, because depending on how you adapt to failure, that's going to determine whether you're going to improve or remain stagnant. People were very skeptical about s1mple in the beginning, but not as much right now. s1mple had raw talent, but just raw talent was not good enough for him to be the best. You can be naturally amazing at something and better than most people, but if you don't take advantage of that raw talent and work every day to improve it to make it something better, you may never be the best. At number 7, mastery of every weapon. He's a master with the rifle, the op, and the pistols. You can find about a zillion YouTube clips of him making insane plays with any of these weapons.
Okay, a chance on this pistol round. Further
Oh,
damage.
God.
Okay.
What?
Okay. What are you made of, my man? This is insanity as he holds this off. And another one. There it is. There's the ace from s1mple.
While his rifle skills aren't necessarily the best of the best for a rifler, they're more than sufficient to do what he needs to do when an op isn't an option. You can find plays like this of s1mple using the deagle, which make him just as dangerous on an eco when rifling is not an option, and it's truly astounding.
We're down at 23 HP, but s1mple catching Taco there. He's out in the open, and another peek from s1mple too. The deagle shot takes down Cold Zero, and another one!
Number 6, ease of competitive advancement. You can really draw a comparison between Tracy McGrady or LeBron James to s1mple as he advanced through the levels of competitive CSGO with such ease.
I remember playing online matches with him, and he was like almost falling asleep playing some of the American opponents. Like it just seemed like it was so easy for him.
At the age of 18, with North American team Liquid, he took them to the semifinals of MLG Columbus. Although after a close-fought battle, they did lose to the later champions Luminosity. You have to give credit where credit is due. To quote Thorin in his fantastic article, s1mple and the Path to Greatness, he said, quote, "Playing in an unfamiliar circumstance with players from an entirely different culture on the biggest stage in the game and in front of primed North American crowd, s1mple has shown no fear or hesitation in performing." Continuing on to number 5, s1mple never stops improving. Much like number 8, not only does s1mple have the mentality to keep improving, but he has proved time and time again that he will act upon that mentality. He will put in the work he needs to, he will fix those mistakes, and he will be, if he is not already, the best Counter-Strike player alive. Whenever it seems like s1mple is going to hit his peak, he just passes right through it as if it's nothing. One can want to improve and become the best and know that he can do it, but very few act out those thoughts. And this is a true testimony as to how you can can work towards your dream if you have the right mindset and act accordingly. Number 4, instincts and ability to adapt. Now, I'd be lying if I said that everyone could be as good as s1mple is, because there is a lot of raw and natural talent there. s1mple was already a great player, but took himself to the next level. If you watch him play, you can see instances of his raw instincts, and I mentioned this earlier, but s1mple seems to be able to pull off ridiculous plays that should never work and come out on top, and a lot of people still criticize him for this. Coming in at number 3, s1mple can be a top performer in just about any role. When he was playing for Team Liquid, Kusta was the team's designated opper, while s1mple was the designated rifler. Even though s1mple is better with an op than Kusta's rifling skills aren't too hot, if you know what I mean. They had Kusta running the op because if they had him rifling, it wouldn't be too pretty. s1mple was able to do very well even when not opping, all to say that he can play almost any role and do well in it. And I love how HLTV explained it by saying, quote, "Talking about in-form players, there is no one in better form right now than Navi's s1mple. At Epic Center, he was once again the top rated player of the event with a 1.25 rating and had a superb 0.98 kills per round and dealt the most damage on average with 96.1. Coming in at number 2, s1mple is one of the best, if not the best, clutch player currently. When we say that s1mple is versatile, we are not lying, and when it comes to clutches, s1mple is considered by many to be one of, if not the best players. Here are just a few examples to show you what we mean, because I don't really need to talk to explain this to you.
Already in, but Edward believes that it's just s1mple. So commit to the plan. No, baits it out smartly so. Gets Edward, and he knows that they're trying to wrap back around onto him. Smoke to allow him the freedom of movement, and also the chance to peek. Spots the gun barrel of Zeus. He's gonna try and catch him out, lurk up closely. He sees him coming. Nice shot by s1mple. There's 2, 1 to go. Seized. Oh, back turn. They don't know they're there. Can't spot it just yet. It may catch Piali off. Does with an eagle shot. Lovely so. The bomb planted. No kit, does have armor if he can just grab an AK. Okay, all right, s1mple's gonna go. That's enough. He's got 2 1-taps, he's feeling it. Deagle shot's in. He's picked up an AK as well, and he's electing to stay with the pistol. s1mple, he's up to the 3rd, and the AK pulled out. Oh my God, s1mple, 4 kills.
Finishing the list off with number 1, s1mple has fixed his tilt issues from the past. Probably the biggest criticism against s1mple would be his rage and attitude issues in the past. There has been a lot of controversy in the past over s1mple losing his cool and saying some things that he probably should not have said.
Nice, s1mple, man.
Shut up, you f***ing old f***.
And some people have yet to forgive him for this. However, as of recent times, s1mple has been drastically better when it comes to his composure and attitude. So not only is s1mple devoted himself to improving his game, but it has become evident that he is devoted to improving himself as well. And when you take his tilt issues out of the picture, s1mple's biggest criticism has pretty much been thrown out the window. Well guys, that just about does it for this video. What do you think? Do you think that s1mple is the best Counter-Strike player of our time? If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this as they are released, subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Braedon. Stay amazing, and I will see you in the next video.